now that we got that out of the way, let's go meet the horses. Registered name is Independence Tough Moulin. She's going to be 16 this year. I've had her since she was 3 months old. I've had her for a long time. I could do a whole video on her just because I've had her forever. She's a really good kid horse. She's a really good cow horse. She likes to game. And I used to show pleasure with her a lot when I was growing up. But now she just mostly trail rides and she works cattle almost all summer long. This is Dee Dee's Beau Pawnee. We call her Cutta. That's a name that's farther back on her papers. She's 11. I haven't had her very long. I have a whole video series on her and her progress. So far she's been a pretty good kid horse, but I really don't know too much about her because I've only had her for a few months now. This little thing is my daughter's pony. We call her Bluebell. I'm going to guess she's about 9. She's got kind of a little backstory, but so far she's made a good little pony. She's not very tall and she does well for what we ask of her. This is CJ. I'm going to guess him to be about 10. He doesn't have papers, so we'll never really know how old he is. I've had him since 2012, and he's a very laid-back horse. This is the first time my daughter actually got to ride by herself without being led. She doesn't do a whole lot other than go forward, stop, and back up.
Watch where you're going.
But that's great.
Keep going.
I use him a lot on cattle. I wouldn't necessarily call him a cowie horse, but he does do the job.
Back him up. Okay, put him down. Okay, go forward. Cluck. Tell him whoa. Pull on the reins. Say whoa. Back him up again. All right, that's good.
This is my husband's horse, Betty. She was born in 2011. She was raised on farm. We had both her mother and father at one time. We have since sold both of them. Her mother was a Bay Roan. This is a picture of her that I had. I couldn't find a good one of her sire, and he was a registered quarter horse. Her mother wasn't registered, and so she's not registered, but that doesn't really matter. She has excellent ground manners. But she doesn't ride as good as some of the other ones. This is my off-the-track thoroughbred. He's 6 years old and about 16 3 hands. His name is Thundering Applause, but we call him Theo. And I don't know a whole lot about him because he's my most recent purchase. If you want to see the video on when we went to buy him, that is in the card. But so far, I really like him. He is the biggest horse we have. Man, it's cold. We are gonna go look at studs to breed my mare today, so let's get some chores done so we can go look at some studs. So, my dog absolutely hates vehicle rides. She's shaking not because she's cold, but because she's scared. My daughter fed her a whole bunch of grapes. Grapes are toxic to dogs, so we're gonna run to the vet clinic and see how this turns out. Thanks for joining us. That was my 5 horses and the pony that my family owns. We've had 3 of them for quite a while. 2 of them were recent purchases. They came within a month of each other, just out of nowhere, I guess. Kind of didn't really need them, but they happened to join our family. My dog turned out okay. We took her to the vet. They made her vomit, which was quite an ordeal. Then they gave her charcoal paste, and then they gave her medicine so that she didn't vomit that back up. I think they gave her some heartburn medicine or something, and now she's completely fine. But thanks for joining us. Stay tuned to see any future videos with horses or dogs or anything else I can think of.